Now to a local business, which is setting up a GoFundMe for one of its truck drivers who they say was brutally attacked at a truck stop in East Central Illinois. Mayborg Companies posted on their Facebook page that one of its drivers, Corey Clayton, was returning to Rockford with a load where he was violently attacked at a truck stop in Effingham, and that his injuries were severe enough that he had to be airlifted, where he's now recovering at a hospital. The post called Clayton more than a truck driver, but also a valued member of the Mayborg family. We called the Effingham Police Department, and they said that they could not comment on any details of the incident until further notice.